In this world of chaos and confusion, many search for the secret to creating a better life, peace, abundance, and spiritual strength. But for the Rastaman, that secret was never hidden. It lives within I. Through the power of thought, the vibration of word, and the guidance of Jah, the Rasta knows that reality itself is not something we just experience, it's something we create. This is how Rastas manifest reality, through the divine power of word, thought, and vibration. From the very beginning, Rastafari teach that creation did not start with a hand, but with a word. When Jah said, "Let there be light," it was not just sound, it was vibration, energy, and intention combined. That word became flesh, and that vibration shaped the universe itself. So the Rastaman sees creation not as something that happened once long ago, but as something that continues every day, through I, the living temples of Jah. To the Rasta, the phrase I holds a sacred mystery. It reminds man that Jah lives within him, not as a distant deity in the sky, but as the divine presence dwelling inside every soul. That means each thought, each word, and each action is a spark of creation, echoing the same power that brought the world into being. When a Rasta speaks life, he continues the act of creation. When he thinks pure thoughts, he aligns with the current of divine intelligence that moves through all things. This understanding gives birth to a deep sense of responsibility. For if man's word can build, it can also destroy. The Rasta therefore guards his tongue, trains his mind, and keeps his heart clean, for he knows that what is spoken in spirit will manifest in form. That is why Rastafari reject Babylon's language of negativity, fear, and limitation. The system teaches, "I can't," but the Rasta answers, "I can," through Jah's strength. True manifestation begins within. Before any dream takes shape, it must first live in the mind as a vision. The Rasta meditates upon that vision until it becomes one with his faith. He doesn't chase the blessing, he becomes it. In this way, he learns that Jah is not separate from creation but present in all things: the wind, the fire, the water, and the heartbeat of the earth. When a Rasta says, "I am," he is affirming his divine connection to the Most High. Those two simple words, "I am," carry the same power that shaped the heavens. They turn faith into force and thoughts into things. That is the creative power within I, the realization that every moment is a chance to shape reality through the vibration of consciousness. To the Rastaman, words are not just sound. They are living vibrations, spiritual currents that carry energy into the physical world. The saying, "word sound is power," is not a metaphor. It is a sacred truth. Every word spoken carries a vibration that shapes thought, emotion, and reality. Babylon may see speech as mere communication, but the Rasta sees it as creation in motion. In the ancient scriptures, it is written that life and death are in the power of the tongue. The Rasta knows this deeply. That's why he doesn't waste his speech on vanity, gossip, or hate. His words must rise like incense to Jah, words of life, peace, and overstanding. When he chants Jah Rastafari, he is not simply calling a name. He is aligning himself with the divine frequency that breaks chains, heals souls, and uplifts consciousness. Rasta language itself, or what Babylon calls Ieric, is built on this understanding. The Rasta reshapes English into a language of light. He replaces understand with overstand, because he rises above confusion. He says, "I and I," instead of "you and I," affirming unity, not separation. He replaces oppression with downpression, because nothing that crushes the spirit should ever be held up. This is word magic, but not illusion. It is word science, a way to realign speech with divine intention. In the chants of Nyabingi, in the psalms sung beneath the moonlight, in the humble daily greetings of blessed love, Rastas use the word as a weapon of light. Babylon uses words to divide and conquer. The Rasta uses them to heal and unite. He knows that the vibration of speech ripples through time and space. What is spoken in faith becomes reality in due season. So when the Rasta says, "Everything I re," he is not ignoring life's troubles. He is speaking peace into existence. When he utters, "Jah guide and protect," he is invoking a shield of vibration that moves beyond the physical realm. In every syllable, he plants a seed of creation. That is why Rastas are careful with the word. They understand that curses, doubt, and negativity are not harmless. They are seeds too, but of destruction. So the Rasta trains his tongue to become an instrument of praise, chanting down Babylon through the rhythm of righteousness. Word sound truly is power, and in the mouth of the conscious one, it becomes the key to manifesting Zion right here on earth. Long before a word is spoken, there is a thought, and within that thought lives the seed of creation. The Rasta knows that the mind is a temple, a sacred space where reality is conceived before it's born into the world. Every dream, every idea, every revelation begins within. So to manifest divine things, the mind must be kept pure, peaceful, and filled with faith. The Rasta does not allow Babylon to occupy his inner temple. He guards his thoughts the way a priest guards the altar. Fear, envy, and doubt are seen as invaders, illusions that block the natural flow of Jah's energy. For the Rasta, faith is not blind belief. It is the steady knowing that Jah is within and that nothing is impossible for the one who is aligned with divine order. When the Rasta meditates, he is not escaping reality, he is creating it. In the silence of the heart, he communes with the Most High, visualizing the blessings he seeks as if they already are. Through this inner vision, faith takes form and manifestation begins to unfold. The Rasta knows that thought is vibration too, and what is held long enough in the mind eventually appears in the world. That's why he fills his mind with psalms, wisdom, and positive intention. Every act of faith begins with a single thought anchored in trust. When a Rasta says, Jah will provide, he is not making a wish, he is declaring a truth from the depth of consciousness. Faith is the bridge between the unseen and the seen, between spirit and matter. It transforms imagination into experience. And in this transformation, the Rasta learns that Jah's timing is perfect. The manifestation may not come when man demands it, but always when the spirit is ready to receive. To keep his mind in harmony with Jah, the Rasta lives simply. He eats ital food, avoids confusion, listens to the heartbeat of reggae and nyabingi drums, all to maintain the right vibration. Because he knows that whatever fills the mind will eventually fill the life. The mind is like soil. It cannot choose what grows. It simply brings forth what's planted. If the Rasta sows faith, love, and gratitude, he reaps peace, abundance, and strength. So, thought and faith are not passive things in Rastafari. They are sacred tools of creation, the blueprint of Zion made manifest in the human heart. When the Rasta keeps his thoughts pure and his faith strong, he becomes a living example of divine manifestation, a temple through which Jah's light shines into the world. Everything in creation vibrates, from the smallest grain of sand to the mightiest star in the heavens. Science may call it energy, but the Rasta calls it vibration, the invisible rhythm of Jah that moves through all things. This vibration is life itself, the heartbeat of the universe. To understand this is to realize that reality is not solid or fixed. It is fluid, alive, and constantly responding to the frequency of I and I. When a Rasta chants, drums, or meditates, he is not performing ritual for ritual's sake. He is tuning his being to the divine frequency. The nyabingi drums echo the rhythm of the earth's heart, calling the soul back to its natural vibration. The voice, when raised in psalm or prayer, becomes an instrument that vibrates with creation itself. Every sound carries power, and every vibration carries intention. This is why Rastas chant, down Babylon, up Zion, because vibration shapes destiny. The higher the vibration, the closer one draws to Jah consciousness. Negative emotions like anger, greed, and fear lower vibration. They bind the spirit to Babylon. But love, joy, and gratitude lift the vibration to divine heights. The Rasta therefore lives in harmony with nature, eats pure ital food, and keeps his environment peaceful, for he knows that vibration is contagious. The energy one carries becomes the energy one attracts. To live consciously in vibration is to speak the hidden language of the universe. Every sound, every movement, every thought sends out a signal that the universe answers in kind. When the Rasta says, give thanks and praises, he is aligning with the frequency of abundance. When he moves with patience and humility, he becomes a magnet for peace. When he chants in the gathering of brethren, the collective vibration rises and creates a field of light strong enough to shift the spiritual atmosphere around them. This is the science behind Rasta mysticism. It's not superstition, it's awareness. The Rasta knows that man himself is an instrument, and Jah is the player. If the strings of the soul are tight with worry or slack with doubt, the music of life will sound off-key. But when they are tuned by faith, balance, and love, the melody becomes divine. So the Rasta strives to keep his vibration high through chant, meditation, ital, livity, and righteous reasoning. He listens not only to what is heard, but to what is felt. For vibration is the unseen bridge between the spiritual and the physical, between the mind of Jah and the heart of man. And when I live in harmony with that vibration, reality itself begins to sing in tune with Zion. To manifest reality is to live in remembrance that Jah has already placed divine power within I. The Rasta doesn't wait for miracles, he lives them. He walks knowing that every thought he nurtures, every word he utters, every vibration he carries is part of the creative current of life. Creation is not something outside of us. It flows through us every moment. The Rasta way of manifestation is simple yet profound. Live consciously. Be aware that your words are seeds, your thoughts are soil, and your actions are water. When you think with love, speak with truth, and act with purpose, you become a vessel through which Jah manifests his glory. The Rasta doesn't ask if he can create. He knows creation is his birthright because Jah lives within. Manifestation begins when man stops seeing himself as separate from Jah. The more one identifies with the divine within, the more powerful one becomes in shaping the outer world. When Babylon promotes fear and lack, the Rasta answers with faith and abundance. When the system teaches competition, the Rasta chooses cooperation. Every act of love, every kind word, every peaceful thought becomes a rebellion against Babylon and a declaration of Zion. To live as a creator means to live with intention. Wake each day with gratitude, speak blessings over your life, and visualize yourself walking in Jah's light. The Rasta knows that when he chants, "I shall not fear," he is not just declaring confidence. He is commanding energy. His vibration rises, his world aligns, and his reality begins to reflect the power of his faith. Zion is not a distant land alone. It is a state of consciousness. When the mind is pure, when the heart is at peace, when the words are full of love, Zion manifests right here on earth. The more you live in harmony with Jah's vibration, the more your life becomes a living testimony that the divine dwells in man. So, I must live as creators, not victims, builders of a higher reality through the power of word, thought, and vibration. Speak life, think peace, and move with purpose. Let your actions echo the heartbeat of Jah. For every time you rise above fear, you bring Zion closer. My brethren and sistren, if this message resonates with your spirit, walk with it. Start today, watch your thoughts, speak only what uplifts, and live in full awareness that you are a vessel of Jah's power. Share this word with others, so that more souls may awaken to the truth that I are creators of reality. Subscribe to the Zion Way for more divine reasoning and guidance. And together, let's continue to manifest Zion upon the earth.